Greetings everyone, DFG here. Hey guys, I told you I'd be back. Hey, I got a list of things I want to read. Oh, welcome to the graveyard. All right. But I got some things I want to share with you guys. First I want to go over a list of things, and I'm going to tell you what this list is. All right. So let's go. Automatic gear shift. America First clock. Automatic elevator doors, the blimp, blood bank, clothes dryer, dustpan, electric lamp, folding chair, gas heating furnace, gas mask, golf tee, home security system, ice cream scooper, ironing board, lawnmower, lawn sprinkler, mailbox, modern lock, modern toilet, you know the toilet, mop, clean your house, pacemaker for your heart, portable pencil sharpener, potato chips, my favorite, reversible baby stroller, super soaker hose, suspenders, thermostat and temperature controls, touch tone telephone, traffic light. Guess what all of those things that I just mentioned to you have in common? Yeah, you got it right. They were all inventions of so-called black people. Yes, all inventions. And this is not an all-conclusive list. This list is very inclusive. Not inclusive, but there's a lot more that can be added onto this list. But just to give you a general idea. And think about the millions and billions of dollars that those items have generated over the years. Ironing boards, mops, dustpans, ice cream scooper, etc., etc., etc. So when you start looking at people of color, and this is messages to you, there's no excuse about what you can't do, because you've already proven that it can be done and you can do it. And not only that, but you can create things that the whole world, can utilize, and also be willing to compensate you for it if you just use a little innovativeness and be creative, and also have a can-do attitude. Now, that said, a couple other things I wanted to mention to you. And this is what I talked about earlier today in terms of what are some of the solutions of the challenges that, answers to some of the problems that are existing in the inner cities, or the so-called, let's keep it real, black community. As you already know, the Aborigines of these United States, which was once called Turtle Island before the Europeans came and took it over, you individuals, who I'm talking about in particular, and anyone else who want to glean, please do. But for you individuals, here are the things that you need to be thinking about. First and foremost, leaving an inheritance. Extremely important. So parents out there, I don't care if it's a small savings, account, an automobile, obviously a home, but you need to be focused on what am I doing today to be able to leave for my children tomorrow. Okay? Any help, any assistance, any advantage is just going to help them that much, to give them that bigger of an opportunity to be successful in the long run. The next thing is also working with them in terms of sitting down together and coming up with ideas to start your own businesses. Whether it's a plumbing business, carpenter business, electrician, all of these things, mechanics, all of these things where they can be their own boss, have their own businesses, have their own company. So parents, sit down with your young children especially and start talking about these things. Don't wait till they get 15 or 20. What are you going to do with your life? It's too late then. These conversations should be happening at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. At the latest 8 years old, by the way. Okay? Next thing here. Teach them, to respect themselves and their culture. And some of that respect is knowing your history. Knowing where you're from. Who your ancestors were. Or are. Good friend of mine, him and I were talking earlier today. And asked him, where he was from. And he said, all over the South. I said, nah, you got to narrow that down, my friend. Where's your dad from? He said, South Carolina. I said, did you know about the Carolina Indians? And he said, no, I didn't know anything about the Carolina Indians. I told him, look it up. Because he very well could be one of them. But you should know your history. You should know where you're from. Take some time, look into it, investigate, do your own research, okay? But in order for your child and yourself to feel good about who you are or their legacy, they got to know who they are and what their legacy is. So self-respect starts with personal identification, and then secondly, morals, value systems. You know what I'm saying? Respectful to others, treating others the way you want to be treated. You know, not raising your voice, getting angry for no cause, being hostile and violent when it's not necessary. Common courtesy, opening doors, pulling out chairs, saying thank you, saying yes sir, yes ma'am if you're a child. I mean, the yes ma'am, yes sir thing, that may be a little antiquated, but they still need to look people in the eye, look adults in the eye, and show reverence to the adult if that adult is conducting themselves in a manner that, you know, that's worthy of reverence, okay? Now, if that adult is not handling themselves the right way or has some kind of suspicious, questionable behavior, that's something totally different, all right? And they need to be aware of that too, because there are a lot of, as we already know, pedophiles and a whole bunch of, you know, other kind of nefarious actors out there pretending to be friendly, and what they really are doing are trying to exploit and take advantage, you know, of our children. The adults too, but especially the children. And then the last thing I'll have is teach investment, or the importance of investment. Investing in, again, property, investing in stock. Also teach them the importance of having a savings account. Your child should have a savings account by the time they're 5 or 6 years old. You should have already opened a savings account. And then give them allowances and let them put a certain percentage of that allowance in that savings account every week. I don't care if it's $5. You give them $5 a week allowance, $2.50 goes into that savings account. And what will happen as they get older and begin to earn more money on their own, they'll be accustomed to saving and accumulating wealth, and they'll understand its importance, especially when it comes down to being able to use those resources to help build wealth for themselves, okay? So those are some small things that you can do, all right, guys? And in closing, I just want to add one thing. Yesterday I left a video, and I was talking about race relations and staying away from the foolishness, the race war, all of that crazy, dumb, silly rhetoric. I meant it then, and I mean it now. But here's one thing I want to say. Do I believe that the race relations in the United States will ever get better? Absolutely not. That is not something that I believe is going to happen. I'm not into utopian thinking or you know, being, you know, these kind of guys who, you know, people say, you need to be positive. It's nothing about positive thinking. This is just a reality. Race relations can't change in America unless those who are in the majority decide that they don't want to they don't want to control the resources anymore. In essence, they would say, you know what? We want to take and redistribute the wealth, and we want to take and look around and just get some equity here. And until those who are in power want to give up their power and share that power, then race relations in America will be what they are. That does not mean that you cannot subsist, you know, in America where racial issues are prevalent. But and I don't want to give the impression that I think that you can, because I know better than that. You follow me? Someone who does not want to give up, you know, their right, you know, to be in control, their right to be the privileged class. You follow? If they don't want to relinquish that right, then, you know, then the situation is not going to shift. But that has nothing to do with your ability to succeed. Has nothing to do with your ability to establish a culture. Has nothing to do with your ability to be counted at the end of the day. That's up to the family. That's up to you. And that's up to, you know, trusting that the Creator God, Yahweh, the God that all of these people laying out here today, I guarantee you know about, you know, invoking the knowledge of Yahweh, and also, you know, living by the commandments of Yahweh. Those are the things that it's going to take for you to be able to success in, you know, a racial, hostile environment, okay? And to my white, you know, friends out there, you know, you can do your part by holding accountable your neighbors, sharing this video, and just demanding and just making a decision yourself. I'm not participating in anything that does not, you know, reflect how I feel as a human being. And I'm definitely not going to be race prejudiced. That's what you can do, okay? Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate you all. As you can see, it's raining and got all kind of fire trucks going on around me, etc. But I love you enough to share with you, okay? Even on this rainy Thursday afternoon in New England. Peace. Take care, guys. Get in flight. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Talk to you on tomorrow. Bye, guys.